Hi everyone, I'm Jane Trotter and welcome to Accelerando Piano. I'm sure you've all seen those little numbers above or below the notes on the music. Those are fingering indications. They suggest you play a particular note with a particular finger. But when you're playing, do you ever get your finger numbers confused, particularly in your left hand? If you do, keep watching. I've got some neat finger drills to help your brain map the actual finger on your hand with its correct finger number. Mirror, mirror on the wall, upon which finger shall I call? One of my adult students and I came up with this fun phrase as we were discussing exercises to help reinforce the finger numbers of her left hand. Our fingering for piano is based on a mirror pattern. Our thumbs are number 1, think thumbs up, and we go outwards 2, 3, 4 and 5. Conceptually, this is easy. Practically, some students, and in my experience it's mostly adult students, find getting their head around the left-hand fingering more difficult than the right. They'll start with their little finger as number 1 and work up the numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when they see a 4 underneath a note in the music, their first impulse will be to use their index finger, counting up from their little finger, 1, 2, 3, 4. Unfortunately, this is not correct. Instead, they should be using their 4th finger or ring finger, counting down from their thumb, 1, 2, 3, 4. I totally understand this. As my students has explained, well, we read left to right, so in my head, I'm used to starting at the bottom and working up. So, here are some practical exercises to help train your brain to associate the correct finger with its correct finger number. In this tutorial, I'll be focusing most on the left hand, as this hand tends to be more problematic. But all of these exercises will be equally helpful for your right hand too. One of the first things you can try is play a scale and, as you go, say the finger numbers out loud. Starting out using scales gives you a systematic and predictable fingering pattern to begin with. You're not going to play it fast. It's not a speed exercise. Be deliberate. The first time through, you can look at your fingers. The second time, do it without looking. You really want to build a sense of connection between what it physically feels like to use that finger when prompted by that finger number. Your ultimate goal is to eliminate the need to look at your fingers in order to determine which finger to play. Let's have a go at a scale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Next, we're going to get a bit more random. Arbitrarily pick a hand and a finger number and then play it as quickly as you can. Again, for your first attempts, you can look at your fingers. On the second round, don't look. You're going to do it by feel. You don't even need to be at the piano for this. It works just as well on the top of a table. Here we go. Right 4. Left 3. Right 2. Left 4. Right 5. Left 2. Now, that was random to a degree. Because you're consciously deciding the hand and finger number immediately before you play it, it's not a surprise. You're prepared for it. So, let's make the same exercise a little bit harder. The day before you're planning to do this exercise, grab your phone and record your sequence of random hand and finger numbers. Aim for around about 15 to 20 in the sequence. To start out with, have a reasonable period of time between each one. This will give you plenty of time to respond. When you play your note in response to your cue, try not to look at your fingers. Here's one I prepared earlier, as they say. This is a slower version.
R5, L4, L2, R3, R2, L4, R1, L5, L1, R4.
As you get better, over time, you can speed it up to something like this.
L3, R3, L4, R4, L1, R2, L4, R1, L1, R3, L5, L2.
Here's a tip. Straight after you've finished your finger drill for day 1, record your drill for day 2. That way, when you come to do the exercises the following day, you won't remember what your sequence was. You'll keep it a surprise. Now, for those of you who aren't keen on doing the recordings, I've also got these exercises which you can download from the resources page on my Accelerando Piano website. There are 12 finger drills which you can just try out. You can read them straight off the page, or, as I suggest in the explanation at the start, cut the pages up into the individual drills. That way you've got multiple exercises which you can randomly pull out of a hat. And when you're getting too familiar with the exercises and they're less of a challenge, try them backwards. Actually, why not record my finger drill prompts on your phone? Then you don't even need to think about making up your own. Have a separate recording for each one. In fact, if you get really carried away, you can record my drill prompts backwards too. Then you've got a ready-made set of 24 drills which you can select from. Huzzah! For the final exercise, find a very simple piece or sight reading exercise. Start out with something in a 5-finger position if possible. Analyze the music first, looking for step and skip patterns and wider intervals. Then, without playing the music, say the finger numbers out loud as you read through the piece and wiggle the corresponding finger. Finally, you can play it, but don't look at your fingers. And don't worry too much if the rhythm is wrong. Your primary focus is to match the finger that you want with the note that you want. I hope that's given you some ideas for how to reinforce the finger numbering, particularly in your left hand. Over time, you'll find you'll be able to play with greater security and fluency, as you won't need to constantly double check or look at your fingers in order to work out what note to play. So, get stuck into those exercises and you won't need any pseudo Snow White quotes ever again. Mirror, mirror on the wall, upon which finger shall I call?